So an interesting fact is that Charles V of France had a condition that made him perceive his body as being made of glass. So he would spend hours at a time sitting completely still because he was afraid if he moved, his whole body would shatter.
Honestly, I feel that.
I don't have that disorder, but I also don't move for hours at a time sometimes.
Wasn't it like SpongeBob that's like, my whole body is made of glass?
Yes.
Was it that guy that always, the fish guy that always gets his like legs broken?
Yeah, he's like, every morning I break my arms and every evening I break my legs. He's like, my heart attacks put me to sleep.
Yeah, I like that. That's a really good, interesting fact. Thank you, Summer.
You're welcome.
That was great. Alright, well, I guess let's roll the intro music now.
Okay.
So now we're going to talk about who we are.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So, who are you, Kate?
Well, I'm Kate. And so, yeah, I'm a college student. Summer here is a college student.
Wow, twins.
Yeah, we won't tell you where we go. It's a secret.
Pretty little liars right here.
Yeah, and I'm an education major.
I'm a biochemistry major.
Were you always a biochemistry major?
What an interesting question, Kate. No, I was not. I started out as a biology major. That's what I applied to the university as. And then sophomore year, I had a life crisis, and I realized I liked organic chemistry. And I was like, should I change my major? And my mom was like, I've been telling you to do this the whole time. And so then I changed my major, and I've been a biochemistry major ever since. Have you always been an education major?
Well, I'm glad you asked. My story's opposite of yours. When I was taking organic chemistry, I hated my life, and so I switched. I was originally pharmacy, as you know. It was a great time. Not really.
I was gonna say interesting, but then I was like, wait, I already knew that.
I know, we have to act like they don't know what's going on out in the audience. Yeah, so I was pharmacy. I mean, props to all the pharmacists out there. But it wasn't for me. And so now I'm teaching. I'm doing my student teaching. And it's really fun. I guess. Yeah. It's kind of stressful.
You're teaching kids geometry.
Yeah, I hate geometry. So let's just hope that I don't get a real job teaching geometry, because that would just end really badly. I just couldn't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll hope for the best.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about how we met? Because you know and I don't remember. I don't remember meeting you.
So, we were on our way back from the sorority house, and I saw you on the sidewalk when we were walking back to our dorms, because our dorm buildings were next to each other. And there was a friend that I had made in freshman biology lab, and I had seen you on her Snapchat story doing the worm. Mm-hmm, and so I said, like me. And so at like 8 p.m. in the dark on the sidewalk, I said, hey, I've seen you doing the worm on Snapchat.
What did I say? How did I react?
I feel like you were probably, I don't know, but I feel like you were probably flustered, but then you were like, probably really excited, because you always get excited when the worm comes up in conversation.
True. Whenever people acknowledge that I can do the worm, I don't know. Like, if I can sprinkle it into conversation, I will. I'll be like, hey, by the way, like, I can, like, do the worm. And they'll be like, do it, and then I will.
As you should.
Yeah, I think it's a really good party trick. I recommend it to everyone. It's not that hard. It's not as hard as you think, unless if you have scoliosis.
You really had to call me out like that, didn't you?
It's because I tried to teach you and it didn't go well.
Yeah, it was really hard. But also, we did it at your apartment, and you had a cat, so
That's true.
My scoliosis and my cat allergy were just really fighting against me.
Yeah, my whole apartment's just a mess.
It's trying to kill me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I'm glad that we met and that you don't remember it, and I do.
I know. I never remember how I meet, like, the important people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Like, anytime, I don't know. I feel like it sounds bad, but whenever I meet someone for the first time, I don't think of them as important enough to remember. And that sounds really bad.
But you never know.
Exactly. You never know who's going to be your friend. So now I'm going to try to really remember all my first interactions, because I want to remember those good memories.
It's okay. I'm bad at remembering names. You know this. So whenever I meet people,
you always call them the wrong name.
Or, no, now I have evolved as a human, and I just don't call people by their names.
You should just treat them like, hey, what's up, buddy?
That's literally
No, what I hate is whenever you see someone, I'm good at remembering faces. Like, I know when I met a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so some people will come up to me, like, this girl, her boyfriend was at was at my house one time.
Oh.
And so, well, she was there too. It wasn't weird.
Oh.
And so, I just don't know if we can say names.
Yeah, let's just not.
Let's just not say names, yeah. So, her boyfriend was like, hey, nice to meet you, but I've literally met him so many times before. Like, so many times. Oh. And I was like, that's really uncomfortable. So, I feel, pro tip that everyone should follow is you should just say, hey, nice to see you again. Because, or nice to see you or something. Maybe not again. Just be like, hey, nice to see you. Yeah. Like, because then that could be taken as you're just meeting them.
And you're visually seeing them.
Or you've, like, seen them before. And that way you don't have to do that really awkward, like, have I met that person? Have I not met that person?
I love that.
It's really, I just feel really weird.
Can I add this audio recording on my Pinterest board live?
Yeah. Yeah, our podcast will now be available in GIF format. It's just pictures of our words.
Slightly vibrating, though, so it's a GIF.
It's good. No, I'm glad we met, too. I feel like that's really fun. It's like, we're here now. We're making a podcast.
And now we're here.
Yeah. It's great. So yeah. I feel like... What's next?
Was that the entire list?
No.
For our audience, we made a rough bullet point list to touch on topics, but we left a lot open for interpretation and tangents.
Uh-huh. I did go on a tangent about the meeting people.
That was a good tangent, though.
I think we're supposed to talk about just our journey through college and how we become ourselves and being healthy and maybe New Year's resolutions, New Year's stuff, because it's about to be 2020.
I love that.
The roaring 20s. We're coming for you.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what to say about college, except it's been a real blip and a blur.
Yeah, it's really a blip in the simulation.
Sims.
Yeah. It's gone by so fast, and it's really terrifying because now I actually have to get a job. I graduate. Did we say that? We're seniors, by the way.
Yeah. Facing the impending doom and trauma of the real world.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But
my first taste of the real world is not as expected.
I'm living in like a bubble because all of my classes were super hard for the first part of my college career, and now senior year they're all super easy and required no effort at all, and so I'm just chilling, vibing, making a podcast. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to work when I'm done with this.
Well, maybe this will take off and we'll become millionaires.
Ooh.
That's what I keep banking on. Stomer's making a really weird face.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm still wondering who in the world is gonna listen to this.
I think we'll get there.
Someone. If nothing else, our friends will listen to it out of pity.
Yeah, because we're going to force them. We're going to lock them in a box room, and we're going to blare this coming from all directions, and they're going to be forced to listen to it.
I think we could go to jail for that.
We can hire bots from China to, like, stream our audio podcast.
Okay, this is not related to anything on the list, but I saw on Instagram, you know that it's the Twitter page, and it's, like, pop charts or media charts?
Yes, love that.
It's a little
They're
Marilyn
savage.
Monroe. Yeah. Well, they posted a fake tweet from Donald Trump that said that Taylor Swift was being held captive by the Chinese, but I don't know if they actually did it because it was a screenshot.
Is that why they're
retweeting a fake tweet from Donald Trump saying that she was being held captive by the Chinese? Which she's not even in China. She's in Japan. I love that we both know this.
Yeah, we know. We love Taylor Swift.
It was on an Instagram, and I was like, who made this? Who took this screenshot and edited Media Charts Twitter and or Donald Trump's Twitter? Because I didn't do that much research about it, but I was like, wait a minute, she's in Japan.
Well,
this isn't real.
I would like to comment that I've seen lots of pictures of her in like prison uniforms, and they're like Taylor in prison, and I'm like, what is happening? I thought it was a joke, but now I think maybe I don't know. I love how we're just talking about nothing as if we know what's going on. So please fact check us, audience, because we have no idea what we're talking about. No, I think that it was probably just a joke. I feel like Donald Trump did not tweet that. There's no way that he'd
actually, I did fact check that. I went through his Twitter, and he
did
not tweet that.
Yeah, so I feel like it was someone trying to, like, be funny.
Yeah.
And then it really took
they
the
need to get
Swifties...
their facts straight.
Yeah, the Swifties, like, took a hold of it.
She's
and just went for it. Went for that prison uniform. They just, like, literally editing her with, like, an orange jumpsuit.
If you were a real Swiftie, you'd know she's in Japan and not China, but whatevs.
Yeah, we love that she's over there. She's doing the real work.
Love
She's
her.
like making her international fan base stronger.
Yeah,
we love that for her.
You gotta strengthen all your ties.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the board game Risk. You have to constantly like manage your different countries and everything.
I love that game.
Yeah, that's what Taylor's doing.
That has ended friendships though.
Okay, also though,
like Monopoly. That's like an even more intense Monopoly.
It really is. Actually, though, I just got convinced to buy a new board game, which we should totally try, and I'm actually really excited about it. It's about...
what is it?
I don't remember what it's called, but it's about buying up railroads.
Oregon Trail? Railroad Edition?
No, you remember I told you about this the night we played Oregon Trail, and you're buying up all the different railroads, and you're trying to, like, actually build, like, a monopoly over the railroad system. Yeah.
Wow, they're really turning everything into a game.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
we should do that.
Yeah. And I bought the London edition. It's like London edition because I was like London boy, London railroads, British, and things in general.
Okay. We love the British.
That'll be our next episode commentary about this board game.
Maybe.
Probably not.
I'm shutting it down.
Cancelled. Yeah.
Well, anyways, back to being healthy.
What's
and
important?
Like our journey through college.
Yeah.
I feel like you have evolved so much as a human in a good way.
That's so kind of you to say.
Yeah. I feel like I've regressed.
I don't think so. We've
Maybe.
There's so much self-awareness and growth and self-acceptance.
That is true.
I just have gradually just learned. I don't even know if it was a learning process so much as a getting tired project. I just don't really care about external opinions anymore. I'm just too tired. So I just kind of do whatever I want to do. Within, like, of course, like, your moral compass barriers and personal beliefs. But as far as being healthy, I cook a lot now. I cook a lot of chicken.
I love chicken.
I'm probably really iron deficient because I never eat enough beef. But yeah, I roasted some carrots. No one wants to hear about what I'm cooking.
No, I do. Did you see me like zone out into the mirror?
I'm roasting a lot of vegetables.
See, self-awareness. Did you see the blue spike just got really big? It was quiet.
Oh my god.
No, the people listening, they were like, oh, it's getting quiet. They're like, it's getting quiet. Let's turn it back up. And then zoom. It's us just yelling at each other.
Did I ever send you the thing on Twitter for our viewers? There's a little like infographic on Twitter of the same little like sound like loudness chart things, but for each one of Taylor Swift's songs from Lover. And like Cruel Summer was chaotic. It was like the whole thing was like really jumpy.
Okay, let's talk about that song. I was waiting until like a further episode to really dive into that, but let's just talk about that right now. Cruel Summer, best song maybe ever in existence.
A bop.
Like I'm literally trying to think about any other song that can maybe top it, and I don't think so. Like maybe All Too Well, and the fact that All Too Well is just lyrically a masterpiece. Yeah, and very emotional.
It really has that like heightened sense, but
like Cruel Summer as like a pop bop, I just think is iconic. No one can top it. It's like Lady Gaga being whatever that words that she says. She's like never been done before. Blah blah blah.
Not afraid to reference or not reference.
Literally, whatever Gaga said, we're quoting her about Cruel Summer.
It's very anthem-esque.
Yes.
And sometimes you just really need a good pop anthem.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to like drive down the highway, going like 75 miles per hour in the dark, windows down, hands out, screaming Cruel Summer. Like,
absolutely.
It's just one of those songs that just makes you feel.
Okay. So we're getting deep now.
It's just, I just can't even believe that she came up with it. I really can't.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was coming in Lover. No idea. No one expected it. Like, once Me was released, I was like, no, it's over.
Okay.
It's Taylor. Actually, I was the firm believer. I said
were.
that her singles are always terrible.
Yeah.
And then, but I knew that one was really, like, really bad. Sorry, Taylor, if you're ever listening to this one day, we love you. But that was really bad.
Yeah, and my thing is that I hold Taylor Swift to such a high standard that Me is not, like, the worst song you've ever heard, but I expect so much better out of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And it's like, back to you saying that you were really confident in her ability to produce a quality album. I was listening to Rolling Stone's Now podcast, and I, like, really, like, took a trip to the past and listened to their album summary of Reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Rob Sheffield that said, he was like, I'm always interested to see, can she do it again? Kind of thing. And so there's always just a bit of panic because, like, how long is it going to last? But the thing is that if you're a super talented woman, I mean, you can just,
like Taylor.
you can keep popping out those fantastic albums. And I think what he pointed out that was really spectacular is that she could keep producing Fearless over and over. She could have kept producing Red over and over. But she didn't. She continually changes it up, and that's what like kind of bolsters that fear, like the little spark of like worry of like, oh, can she like change it up and produce something new? Because like you could have made Reputation again, and it still would have been good.
Ugh, I love Reputation.
But then she like produces new stuff, and that's why we're so surprised every time. But you also have that little bit of like worry of like, oh no, she's like producing something new. Is it going to be as stellar as what it is before? And it always is. So you had the real faith.
Yeah, well, I just have never liked any of her singles, and I know you have. I know you've liked them, and I know one of our other friends has liked them, and I've never liked any of her singles, and I just knew, like...
What an intellectual.
I mean, I think it's just my taste. I think I definitely like, I don't know, different songs than you do. I mean, we both are Taylor stans, but we have a different taste in her music, which is kind of interesting. How she can have like such polar opposite fan bases that are all Swifties. Yeah, I think that's an interesting thing.
Out of the Woods when I met you.
I know.
I still can't believe that.
I know. I really feel bad because I was sleeping on that song, but I think I had like negative like memories associated with it because it reminded me of like one of these girls that I hated in high school. And like, I don't know, I feel like the music video just looked like this girl that I hated, and so I was like, I hate this. But now that you guys were so ecstatic about it, I was like, okay, new memories associated, let's get through this. And it's a really good song. But
it's the bridge, it pops off.
Yeah, it really does. It's just, and I've been listening to Love Her a lot more, and I think it grows on you. The first listen, I definitely was like, oh no. You know, that sounds bad to say, but...
Oh no, I really liked it the first time. I listened to it all the way through.
Oh, I didn't. I had to skip Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince, which is now one of my favorite songs, which is funny. So I definitely, like, I literally skipped that one. I heard it and I was like, ew, and I skipped. And so, but I always do that. So I feel like I've been listening to it more. Daylight has really grown on me. I think that is beautiful.
Okay, back to Lady Gaga though, afraid to reference or not reference. She literally referenced her own song. Also another spike for me screaming.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, guys.
She literally references her own song.
I know.
And like, I'm just like constantly like, I'll be doing my makeup in the mirror in the morning and I'm like doing the front vocals and the back vocals and harmonizing all the same time. It's
such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
It like, I literally just got chills. Like I literally just got chills. So I know. I just can't believe that she was like, the whole mentioning Red, and that's such an iconic album in itself to then like almost turn like 180 on it, because Red was her like love album, like love, heartbreak, like
it was so tragic.
It was so tragic. And so now that she like, I think that was literally full circle. She did everything that she needed to do. It was iconic. She's just a beautiful woman. I think we maybe spent like 5 minutes talking about her, and we weren't supposed to go there yet, so that's fine.
On brand.
I feel like every episode we're gonna have like a 5-minute break of just talking about Taylor Swift and how great she is.
Let's take a moment.
Yeah, let's just think about that for a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, I talked about my evolution and getting healthy. So I guess we should. Do you want to talk about yours, or do you want to go straight to resolution?
I feel like I haven't gotten healthy. I've gotten mentally healthy, if that makes sense.
No, that's the same thing.
I've definitely like struggled with mental health, and so I've been going to counseling, and it's really amazing. And it's been really fun and exciting, and I feel like I'm where I need to be mentally, and I feel like I can make those good decisions that I needed to have been making this whole time. And so now it's kind of more of a physical thing. I need to, like, be physically healthy because my back hurts all the time, and, like, my knees hurt, and I just feel like an old woman. So, yeah.
And now look at you. Now you're making art.
Yeah, if this is art.
Technically, I think anything is art if you look at it in the right context.
Yeah, that's true, maybe.
Yeah, anything is
We'll
art.
see.
That's what I tell myself when I'm, like, cross-stitching, and it looks like the worst thing ever. I'm like, look at me, I'm making art. No, little Salem the cat. Yes. Because I need a creative outlet.
I love Salem. That was one of our topics that we had to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Just Salem the cat is a mood.
He really is. I've been watching all of Sabrina lately. I'm almost done. I think
Sabrina,
I have like 30.
Or Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yeah. And it's been really, really good. I love Salem. I also, when I was younger, didn't realize that he was actually like a human turned into a cat, and how he was trying to take over the world, and that's why he became a cat. And I'm like, this whole time I thought he was just like a magic cat. And then I really started watching the show, and I was like, oh no, he's like actually a very angry man. Yeah. And it makes sense.
I just love looking at the, like, physical Salem the cat, because, like, it's just so bad.
I know, it's literally a puppet.
It's so painful. Like, sometimes when his tail moves, you can, like, almost see the string pulling it.
No,
it's
you
so
literally
bad.
can, yeah. And the fact that they had to talk to this puppet while they were shooting the show, also, the editing in the show is really bad, but I think that's what makes it.
Also, can we talk about her boyfriend? What's his name? Harvey?
Uh-huh.
I hate him. He's so stupid.
No!
He's so stupid and annoying.
No!
He's just kind of dumb and just...
No.
I mean, I don't hate him because, like, I guess he makes Sabrina happy, but I don't know. His just kind of dumb energy.
I think he has to be dumb, otherwise he'd figure out that she was a witch.
I mean, I know, but
because,
I
like,
just think
he's been turned into, like... He's been pregnant in the show. Like, he has been turned into a frog. He's been turned into, like, a dog. He's been turned into so many things, and he just doesn't question it. Like, it always ends up with Sabrina being like, oh, that was a dream. And he's like, weird dream. And I'm like, this guy's dumb, but he has to be. Otherwise, he would know.
I'm not questioning the necessity of him being dumb. I'm just saying he's dumb, and sometimes...
We get it. Dumb boys aren't your type. Are you listening, boys? If you're dumb, you cannot date Summer. She is a doctor on a mission.
It's just irritating.
Mm-hmm.
The energy.
I love it. I really do love it. Well, I guess maybe we can talk about just our year and then the new year. We have a few minutes left. Just talk about what we want for, like, 2020, you know?
2020.
Like, what do we foresee? I'm trying to be, like, deep here. Like,
okay, I was not on that spectrum. I was like, LOL, I see myself not breaking my spine again.
Oh, okay. That took a dark turn.
Okay, yeah, let's not touch on that. What do I see? Well, obviously we're gonna graduate, and so that makes me, like, super... It makes me super
Who knows?
emo.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna graduate.
I should.
Okay.
But, like, what if I freak out? Like, what if I fail?
Okay, I think about that too. Like, what if I, like, fail, like, Gen Ed English? I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I've never failed a class before, but if I failed Gen Ed English, it's over.
Yeah. I mean, I really just have to make it through these finals in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We literally only have 2 weeks to class, and then dead week, and then finals. And then we're done.
Yeah, this semester was a real blur because I've just sat on my couch doing nothing the whole time.
I've been running around, like, with my head cut off, trying to, like, hold it together.
Just know that I'm sending you positive thoughts from
Thank
the couch.
you. Well, thanks.
I'll text you, like, memes every day to make you feel better.
Can they be teacher memes?
I'll go find some.
You need to follow. I'll have to send you pages that you need to like.
On what?
On
Instagram
Facebook.
Or Pinterest?
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're teacher memes, and they're really funny.
Okay. I was gonna send you, like, my favorite positive meme is the meme. It's a picture of Kermit the Frog, and he has, like, his arms raised up in the air because he's super happy, and he's going through a field of flowers. And it's, like, after all of the sad Kermit memes, he finally has his time to shine. Yeah,
Kermit is always really sad.
I know, and so that's why I really love that. He gets
love that.
Frolic. Oh, speaking of Muppets, did you know that it's the 50th anniversary of Sesame Street?
No, I didn't watch Sesame Street.
You didn't?
No.
Oh.
I was scared of it.
What?
I don't know, I just feel like they're giant animals, like, that
They're
don't
Muppets.
make sense.
Okay, well, I was a Barney girl. I
Mm-hmm.
loved Barney, but my little brother loved Elmo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, of course, just watched Sesame Street as like a regular consumption.
Wait, is Elmo in Sesame Street?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. You just made it sound like it was two different things.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't Elmo have his own show now?
I don't know. I'm not
I
two.
don't know.
I don't know.
All right,
But
well,
someone
maybe that's the end.
Does Elmo have his own show?
I think so.
Find out on your own time.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so what can we look forward to in the rest of these episodes, Kate? I think that's how we should close.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like
this, but more
yeah.
like random.
No, I mentioned this. Kate and I were talking about just outlining the podcast over dinner tonight, and it reminded me of the little John Mulaney sketch where he says,
Yes.
I'm gonna throw them off their rhythm.
Yeah.
And that is our goal with this podcast, is to throw you off your rhythm.
Yeah, I think this is a good like starter podcast for people.
Yeah.
It's nothing too crazy.
Nothing
like,
too deep.
You just have to pop it in like on your way to work.
Yeah.
And
You're like,
know,
I need to decompress.
Exactly. You just want to listen to like two decently smart, not smart people talk about life. And just,
and sometimes like I feel like we both have like random fun facts.
Yeah.
And we have no one else to tell them.
So it could
to.
help you with trivia.
Yes.
If you're a big trivia aficionado.
Or
is that
like
the word?
Jeopardy.
Yes.
Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
My
If you ever end up on the show Jeopardy.
Yep. My grandma will watch you if you're on Jeopardy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Comes
I think that's
on
good.
at 7.
I think we're at a good time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for listening. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Okay,
like and
this is-
subscribe.
This is the best little 20 minutes.
Yeah. We spent about 25. It's fine.
Awesome. All right.
We'll cut some things out. If you just hear nothing. Like, whatever. It's fine. All right. Well,
Peace.
yeah. See you next week. Bye.